Good morning. My name is Patrick Griffin, and I'm joined by Tim Merrill, our president, Jerry Ropo, our program vice president, and John Radcliffe, who is our vice president of membership. We are the Senior Men's Club. We currently are located here in Western Pennsylvania and meet at the Swickley Y. Tim, what can you tell us about the Senior Men's Club?
Senior Men's Club is an informal, active group formed in the latter part of 1988, so we're 30 years old. From an early membership of 20 to 25 people, we've grown to over 200. Typically 60 to 90 members attend our weekly meetings. We're retired from a variety of occupations. We're involved in recreation and information and community service.
John, what can you tell us about the mission of Senior Men's Club?
The mission of Senior Men's Club is to basically bring people together, normally men that have retired from age 65 all the way up to age 95. We're involved in community programs that benefit not only the seniors that are involved, but other groups in the community, and we basically are a place for everyone to touch base on a weekly basis and get to share time and fellowship with their fellow citizens.
Mm-hmm. Tim, where does the Senior Men's Club meet?
Swickley Valley YMCA in the Hunter Gym. We meet every Friday morning and we have programs, speakers. There's an informal coffee hour at 9:30, but from 10 to 11, we generally have a speaker or a musical group or some kind of information exchange.
John, since we meet at the YMCA, do you need to be a YMCA member to become a member of the Senior Men's Club?
No, not necessary at all. And a lot of our members are not affiliated with the YMCA. It's a very central location where we can all meet. The Hunter Gym is an excellent facility, so it works very well for everyone involved.
Jerry, can you tell us a little bit about our meetings and what they consist of?
Yes, we have a social hour from 9 to 10, and we actually talk to each other for an hour. At 10 o'clock, we say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, sing the national anthem. If there are any announcements, they're made at that particular time, and then we introduce our speaker. We expect our speaker to wind up her presentation at 10:45 and save 15 minutes for questions.
Okay. Tim, could you talk about the special events that we have during the year?
Special events go from a picnic in the summer in Moon Township Park to a Christmas party where we get wives and members to have a nice lunch and some entertainment.
Right. Jerry, what could you talk about the community service that the Senior Men's Club gets involved in?
The community service that we do is we work at the World Vision as a charity. We work golf tournaments, other special events where they need traffic direction or anything else that they need to serve the community.
John, how does someone become a member of the Senior Men's Club?
It's very simple. All you have to do is show up at one of our meetings that Jerry mentioned started around 9 a.m. on Friday mornings, and we have greeters every week that are more than welcome to get you to feel comfortable or get your bearings with the group. The membership for a year is $35, which is, I think a very good value for the money when you consider the type of speakers and entertainment that we have. You can also go onto our website and learn more about the club if you want to do that before you join us, or you can, get all the information needed to join the club on the website.
Yes, that $35 is quite reasonable when you consider that we meet almost every Friday with the exception of Fridays associated with a holiday weekend. So it comes out to be less than $1 a meeting that you're having to pay to have some very interesting speakers and entertainers come in. And this Friday, we actually have the Dixie Docks coming in, which is a Dixieland band. And the banjo player for that group is Chris Fenimore, who is known on WQED Cooks
Right.
as being their host. Jerry, what types of speakers and presentations do you try and recruit
I-
for our meetings?
I try to provide a variety. We have some political people, but we make it pretty clear it's not a venue to politic. We have people from the medical field. We have people in the entertainment world. And as for an example, I spoke to a barbershop quartet last night to perform at our group. So we try to have a good variety.
One thing I'd like to point out is that we do videotape our meetings and our presenters. That video is then shown on Friday on Moon Access TV, so people can get an idea of what our meetings are like, because we do have a video record there. Our website also has videos up there of past speakers that we have had, and we have a lot of information on our website about the club itself. Tim, how long have you been in the club?
The club is for retirees primarily, and I retired 7 years ago. But I was there at the beginning because I was on the Y board of directors when the Senior Men's Club was formed in late 1988. And I was one of those that said, yes, let's do this at the YMCA.
John, can you tell us what our mean average age is in the club?
Based on the scuttlebutt that I picked up, I think our mean average age is 77 now.
Okay.
Is that correct, guys?
I think it's close.
It's
Yeah.
coming down.
Yeah.
It has been as high as 80.
Yeah.
But it has come down, and we're trying to recruit more and more people that are just retiring to join the club.
Yeah, I think recently, we just had a very nice article written about the club in the Ince Weekly magazine. So if anyone happens to pick up the Ince Weekly, please take a look at the article. And I think there's a seamless mesh between all ages in the group. It's a very comfortable environment. I joined the group, I guess, about 4 or 5 years ago. One of my neighbors suggested that I come down, and every week, there's some speakers that I'm a little bit iffy on, but every time I get down and sit down and listen to everyone, they always teach you something, or you're entertained, or it's well worth every minute of every week that we spend down there.
Yeah, this last week, last Friday, we had a physical therapist speak about balance disorders. And I think this is something that all seniors are facing in their lives, especially as they age and get over 70 years of age. Our ability and mobility is a problem. And he did talk about some things that I did not understand being associated with balance disorders, which were your hearing, your vision, as well as your tactile ability, all seem to impact that. And I think one of the interesting things he said was you only need to have 2 of the 3 to actually have good balance. And I know, Jerry, you've actually gone and
Yes.
seen this
I think
person.
the interesting thing that he brought out yesterday, when one of the systems is a problem, they train you in physical therapy to rely on the remaining two systems. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, and that presentation actually will be on Moon Community Access TV next Friday. And it's shown 3 times during that day at 11, 3, and 9 p.m.
Now, how many of the presentations of the Senior Men's Club are cataloged on Moon Access television?
Moon Access has typically carried about 10 of those presentations as catalog items. And Cyril Weck, I know, has been out there. Several, Bob Walke's presentation has been out there. So we do have, so if members miss a meeting, they can catch it on Moon Access TV's website. Tim, what would you like people to understand about the Senior Men's Club?
Well, I guess the interaction among retirees is high, and being an opportunity for easy kind of education, easy kind of recreation, and community activities, community service. All of that in one organization, I think, is unique.
Yes, yes, it is. I know we've had a lot of members, and our membership is not just in the Swickley, Moon Township area. We draw members from as far as North Park and Glenshaw area. And so they do come in from quite a ways to see our programs. And that's a testament of the quality of the program that we have. If we didn't have the speakers that we currently attract, we wouldn't be drawing people from as far as Glenshaw and up in the Cranberry area and that type of thing.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's very important for anyone that's thinking about joining the group to know is that it's a very comfortable group. Your participation is up to you. If you want to just come in and grab a donut and have a cup of coffee and listen to the speaker and head out the door, that's fine. But if you want to take it to the next level and get on some of the committees, that's fine also. So it's the type of club where what's expected of you is what you want to give the club.
Yeah, and I think we're sort of in a transition stage right now where Jerry has just taken over the program chair position from Dr. Bob Ford, who had had it for, I think, 10 years. So we're starting to have some of the older individuals that have had the service positions within the club and stepping down and allowing some of the younger people to take over that position. I know we have a gentleman that has done our weekly write-ups for our newsletter every week, and because of medical issues, he's now stepping away, and we have 2 new gentlemen that have stepped up to take over that position. We have a new person taking over our historian position, which has sort of sat vacant and unused for quite a while. And so we do have people stepping up and taking over some of the leadership roles.
I believe the most significant draw for me was that these are people that don't spend their life on a cell phone that are members of this club. We still enjoy sitting down and talking to each other with conversation. And that's something that I think is becoming more and more unique.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of veterans within the club as well. In fact, we have one veteran, Warren Goss, who landed at Normandy. We have another veteran, Jack Morrow, who is our head greeter, and he was on Iwo Jima. So we do have veterans from the World War II, Korea, Vietnam, all members of the club. And this all, I think, adds to the flavor of the club itself.
I think you would be hard pressed today to be a member of any organization that still begins with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Yes, yes. And the national anthem.
And the national anthem.
And when we do have our programs that go on to Moon Access TV, we start out with the pledge and also the national anthem as part of the video recording that I do for the station. Is there anything, John, you'd like to bring up that we haven't discussed already?
Just that it's a great group. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to get out on a Friday morning and learn something and socialize with people that are fun to be with.
Talk
Tim?
about your neighbor program, John. I think that's, bring a neighbor.
Yeah, actually, one of the things that we've tried to do is, the people that know the club are the ones that are in the club, and it's a great way to keep the club alive by, asking a neighbor to join you to come down and take a look and possibly sign up and join the group. So it's gaining momentum, and it's, I think, successful.
I think it's been quite successful this year, bringing new members into the club.
Yeah.
That maybe weren't aware, and this is one of the things I find is that there's a lot of people I talk to that are unaware of the club itself. And I think one of the best ways for people to find out about the club is to go out to our website, smensclub.org. Very simple web address, but there's a lot of information out there about the club, about the future speakers that we have coming. We have copies of our newsletters out there that people can read, which contains the bios of the speakers that we've had. And it's a good way to find out about this, and we do welcome new members all the time. There's never a new person that's not welcome to our club.
Right.
Anything you'd like to add, Tim?
I think we've said it. That's
Okay.
good.
Well, I want to thank Moon Access TV for allowing us to make a presentation during their Community Awareness Weekend. Please come and visit our website. It's www.mensclub.org, or just consider stopping by the Swickley YMCA on a Friday morning at 9 o'clock, and you'll be greeted by individuals of the club and made to feel welcome. And we also welcome you as members. Thank you.